YNW Melly's career is officially over because what we have to talk about in this video. If you are a fan of YNW Melly, I highly suggest watching this video all the way until the end because you're definitely going to need to hear what we have to talk about today. Also, if you are a YNW Melly fan, be sure to leave a like on this video right now, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you would like to join our iPhone X giveaway. Well, everything is now starting not to look so good in YNW Melly's court case. We now have new information about it, and it is starting to seem as if YNW Melly did in fact take out his two best friends, otherwise known as YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser, and YNW Melly does have a really high chance of facing life locked up due to it. Now, as of right now, YNW Melly is being accused of taking out two of his best friends, known as YNW Juvy and YNW Sakchaser. But he also said that he would never do his friends like that, especially his best friends like that. I mean, Melly, Sakchaser, and Juvy have been best friends since childhood, with Melly, being allegedly taking them two out and, doing what he did. I honestly, to myself, personally find it, hard to believe, but apparently the court says otherwise. The courts are saying otherwise. They are saying that Melly did in fact do it, and even the parents of YNW Juvy and Sakchaser have both came out and said that, Melly, there is a good chance that Melly did do it, which is also making this situation a lot scarier for us YNW Melly fans. If, having Sakchaser and Juvy's parents come out and speak about the situation, just because, they probably know a lot about their relationship and everything. So if they come out and, they have some good information, it's not going to be good for us YNW Melly fans at all. As of right now, the evidence that the law enforcement has is honestly pretty convincing. And in case you are unaware of what they have right now against Melly in court, I mean, they pretty much have street footage from cameras, on top of the stoplights and all of that. That's some, pretty standard stuff that goes on within cases. But it makes some pretty clear evidence that Melly, may have done it. On all of the security footage that they found on, all the stoplights, they noticed that there was nobody ever with, running up to Melly's car doing the crime that they claimed that happened. And there was no witnesses involved, or no witnesses even seen it happen or anything. So in case you are unaware, you may not be thinking that means much, but actually that means so much about a case, because they're literally watching the car from where it left the house, going through all the streets, the intersections, everything, and they're not seeing anything about what Melly claimed that happened. They haven't seen any footage of anyone running up to Melly's car. They haven't seen literally anything. So that is some pretty clear evidence that Melly may have done it. And some other things that were, found inside of the car that YNW Melly was in. It kind of helps indicate that Melly was most likely involved in all of this, him and his friend Cortland Henry. Now, some new information has came out in this case, which is also pretty convincing that YNW Melly may have done this to YNW Juvy and Sakchaser. Now, in the case, the court has opened up for the possibility of the penalty, of taking someone's life. So in this instance, of taking YNW Melly's life if he is found that, he is the one who did it. Now, this literally only happens in a case when, the court and the law has some really, really convincing evidence against, the person, which in this case, as I said, it's YNW Melly. Just because the sole fact that getting the paperwork done for this, of the penalty of, taking someone's life, it literally takes weeks to sort out. And not only that, it takes, 10 plus hours a day to sort out, because then you have to go through the county, you have to go through so many, procedures just to get this, in court. They definitely wouldn't be going through all of this and all of the trouble if they didn't have something that was really good. So they must be hiding something, the law must know something that we don't. And it also hasn't been set out to the public of what this evidence is yet, but make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, because once it does get released, I will be making a video on it within the hour it comes out. I'm really invested in this case, just because I am a really big YNW Melly fan. I would hate to see him get locked up and lose his career over this. Now, just before I do end the video, I do want to say, if you guys do create music and you would like to promote it here on my YouTube channel, make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram. I will have my @ up on the screen, and then just DM me, send me a message saying, music business or business. It doesn't really matter, just DM me and I will get back to you and we can talk. But anyways guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you are new. Make sure you leave a like on it, by the way, if you are a YNW Melly fan. I am kind of curious how many people watching this video are fans of his. But anyways guys, it has been district trending, and I'm out. Peace.